you.
Okay. Meeting is now streaming live on Facebook.
Hi, guys.
Hi,
Hey there.
everybody. We are trying to figure out these tech problems. If you can hear us going
I'm gonna
live
do a
on the
quick
Facebook
post
page in
letting
just one
everyone
second.
know.
You know what, though? I am not seeing it come up. Hold on one second.
I see it on my phone.
What's that?
You can see us all on my phone.
See, there we go. All right. So I am going to
Yay.
share to. Hi, everybody. This is Kristen Harmel talking. If you can hear me, I am trying to get this up and running. Friends in Fiction official book club with Brenda and Lisa. Hopefully, sorry for the tech difficulties. Live now. Okay. Okay, I believe you guys now are live in the group. Let's see.
I'm not seeing it on my phone, but
Let me see.
Lisa, you're muted. If
Yep, we are. You guys are live on the Friends in Fiction book club page right now.
Woohoo!
I'm
On
pinning
there,
it to feature.
page,
Kristen's page, and we can pin it to the top, which I
All
just
right.
did.
And now I'm going to hand the control back to you, Brenda, right?
yes,
Or do
thank
you
you.
need, wait, how do I do that? Sorry, everybody,
Go
if
to
you're
the
listening.
upper right-hand corner of my picture, and you'll see three dots.
You guys are getting a
And
little
you,
behind the scenes glimpse of what happens
Yeah.
before we go live normally. So, welcome to our crazy night.
Brenda, I
yes,
believe you
this
were
is
the
not
host now.
how we planned. So at this point, we're live on the main page. Is that right?
We're on Kristen
On,
Harmel's
on,
author
on the
page.
on the Friends in Fiction official book club page. Yep.
Yes, we are
Yes.
on the book club page. I can see us. It's
Yay.
being shared.
And hi,
So,
everybody. I would also pop on video, except you do not want to see me at 8 p.m. on a Thursday without my makeup. I'm just telling you.
we love you, Kristen.
We
Thank
Thank
love
you
you
you.
for
guys. I
helping
am off to
us.
give Noah a bath, okay?
Okay,
Okay.
thanks.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you
you,
so much.
Kristen.
Okay, have
Happy
a fun book club.
Thursday.
Bye, everybody.
Hello,
Okay. Yes,
and
let's go.
welcome to what I want to call the Thursday night crapshoot. But it's looking up now. So it is our happy hour for Thursday. And we are so excited to finally be live. We have a great show planned. I'm on the edge of my seat because Ron has picked our special guest tonight, and we have no idea who it is. So he
He's
has
doing
been
the
rubbing
happy
in our
dance.
face.
It's the tables get turned dance.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Did it to me, I do it to you.
Uh, but let's go ahead and kick it off right. So, welcome to our happy hour, and let's start off by what we're drinking.
Right on.
And I'm still going to do some behind the scenes to make sure everything's working. So, Brenda, what are
Okay.
you drinking?
Well, I am drinking a strawberry daiquiri with a mocktail daiquiri with some wonderful fresh frozen strawberries and some lime juice and ginger ale to make my mocktail. How about you, Lisa? Or I should ask Ron since you're doing some behind the scenes
No,
stuff.
I've got it. I have a delicious hibiscus. It's a it's a hibiscus mule with a flower in it.
Nice.
And my cup says I'll drink to that. So I will drink to us
We'll
finally
drink
being
to
live.
Yes, thank
Yay.
goodness.
Okay.
Thanks for hanging with us, guys. That was a sticky one.
Yes. Thanks for being
Yeah.
patient. I decided I was going to speed it up and not do all the steps of the cocktail drink tonight, but I'll just tell you a little bit about it. So, if you look, if you're a member of the Substack, Friends in Fiction, you'll notice that over the last few times there's been a little picture of a book cover with a cocktail attached to it. So I've been making cocktails in conjunction with the author that go along with their book and inspired by the book. So giving you one of the things tonight. Michelle Gable, The
Ooh.
Beautiful People. It's a book about Lily Pulitzer and this close friend of hers who and all their adventures and stuff. So Michelle sent me a thing that she loves called a citrus martini. Yes, citrus
Ooh.
martini, and it is a
Fancy.
concoction of fresh squeezed orange juice, fresh squeezed grapefruit juice, fresh squeezed lemon, fresh squeezed lime juice, and vodka. And here's the finished
Ooh.
product.
Oh, it's
Yum.
delicious.
So if you
Oh, that
all
looks fabulous.
subscribe to the Substack, you'll get to see these. Come along. I'm having a ball
Well,
putting them together too.
oh, it looks delicious. And I can finally say that I have had a Ron Block drink, and he earns that bartender status so well. He made Meg and I delicious dirty martinis when we were in Atlanta together on Friday night. So celebrating Mary Kay's launch.
It was amazing. That was so much
It was
fun.
amazing.
And the launch
Yeah.
itself, man, the main thing I'm going to say is that Mary Kay Andrews and Meg Walker are two of the hardest working people. They kicked it
Yes.
out of the park and they keep going and going and going. And I was lucky enough to go to 4 events with them, and I just shake my head. I'm exhausted. Oh, there we
And
are.
there you are.
Oh,
That pre or post martinis? I don't know.
that was pre.
Thank goodness.
That was right before you made them.
Right on. Awesome.
I'm so jealous. I wanted so badly to come to
It would have been
I
so much
know, we
fun.
missed you.
Glad y'all had a great time.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of Friends and Fiction Book Club members show up. So thanks for showing up and showing out like you always
I
do.
loved seeing everybody, and plus all of the authors that showed up at the event. My God,
Yes.
Wanda Morris, Christopher Swan. I finally got to meet
Kimberly
Kimberly
Brock.
Brock and
Yeah.
Emily Carpenter, and
Yeah.
it was a party.
And Colleen Oakley, our
Oh, and
fave.
Colleen Oakley. Geez, how can I forget that, man?
You know what? I was looking in my little Smyrna local magazine yesterday, and I meant to text her this. I took a picture. I forgot to send it to her. You just reminded me. She is in the magazine, and it's not even like author Colleen Oakley. It's just her and her beautiful kids. They decided to take a picture and feature her in the magazine. And I'm
That's
like,
awesome.
she's a star, even when they don't know she's a star.
Okay. What do we got? What's next? Sorry, I'm so upset. I'm still butterflies.
I know,
We're
I
so
know.
late.
Flustered.
Okay, here.
Well,
Let's
why
do
don't
a
we
quick
introduce?
cheers.
Why don't
Let's
you
do a quick
introduce?
cheers.
Oh,
Quick
okay.
cheers.
Yes. Cheers. Cheers.
For the nerves. For this alcohol will help me and Ron with our nerves.
The problem solved.
Yes. Problem solved.
And to Kristen Harmel.
Yes.
And to Kristen Harmel. Yes. Thank you, Kristen.
All right.
So,
Okay.
Ron, I believe you have a special guest that we're going to be that's going to be joining us. Why don't you tell us a little bit about who it is as they're coming on?
Okay.
I
So
can't wait.
you two have brought lovely people to me, and I thought I would bring one of the most fun people and one of the just the nicest people that I know to join us for a little bit. This person had their debut novel last year, and
I love a
but she's not
debut.
new to publishing. She's not new to publishing, but she's fabulous, and we became instant besties. And look who's here! It's Victoria Ben Frank. Hello, my friend.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Hi, everybody.
We are so excited to have you.
Thank you
Oh
for
my
having
gosh.
me.
Thanks for coming and thanks for hanging in despite our technical issues.
I have a lot of sympathy for technical issues. I'm terrible with computers. I only know how to word process. That's it.
Oh, Cheers to you, and here's cheers to getting the tech problem solved. Oh, look at that.
Yes. Cheers.
Yay!
Cheers
Oh, what are you
and
drinking,
welcome.
Victoria?
A little See Me Chardonnay, my favorite grocery store white wine,
Yeah.
something easy.
Oh,
Nice.
Wrong with that.
very nice.
So okay, so the first thing I want to do is like you have an upcoming launch of your paperback of My Magnolia Summer, and I thought I had a copy here and I couldn't find it at the last minute, but I could
I
see it
have,
on the shelf behind you.
wait, yeah, it's behind me, and then I have my hardcover weight right here.
Perfect.
Happen to have it all marked up because I'm writing a sequel right now, so I have to keep in with all the
Oh, nice.
yeah.
That's
So
nice.
and this is the hardcover, but the paperback drops June 18th, which is very
18th.
exciting. Yeah.
All right.
It is. So, what can you tell us about the next one?
About the new one. Well, I don't know what I'm allowed to say, but I'm all about breaking the rules. So, it is a standalone novel, but within the same realm and the same characters as the second book. So it picks up where the first book left off. But it is from the perspective of Violet, who is the sister, and then it's also takes place on Sullivan's Island in the same spot. And it also follows another character who is a transplant to Sullivan's Island. So if you are familiar with the area, we once were kind of this sleepy beach town, and now all of a sudden we have so many people moving to Charleston that I wanted to explore two women that are dealing with grief and hardship and kind of becoming their own in their early 30s. And so that's what it is. And it's again, it's a little spicier than the first book. You're welcome. It's darker for sure because I'm exploring some really tough subjects, but I think I'm really excited about it. I'm very excited to bring it to everybody.
I am so excited, and I do get an early
Yay.
copy. Do I get an early copy?
Yeah, obviously. Yes. My editor is like, you have to finish. I have like 8 weeks until I'm finished, and I'm about halfway done now. So it's gonna
Wow.
Oh, wow.
yes.
Wow.
There's a lot going on, but it's coming to you. So
Yay. So,
Yeah.
Do
are
you find writing your second book easier or is it tougher?
kind of both. In a lot of ways, it's easier because I kind of understand like my own writing style. But I had the privilege of interviewing David Baldacci a couple weeks ago in Myrtle Beach,
Very
which
cool.
was so cool. And he's written like a bajillion books, and he says every single one is like his first novel because it's a whole new sort of cycle. And I would agree with that. Like I think that this book I'm approaching it at a different place because I'm in a different place. And so I think all writing is semi-autobiographical anyway, even when it's fiction, it's not really fiction. So there's a little bit of that, but it's more challenging because I know what the expectation is and I know who's reading it, which makes it more challenging. And it's easier because I know to be like, nobody talk to mommy unless you're bleeding from your eyeballs. I have a novel to write, so boundaries are more secure this time around, but yeah.
Yes. I love that. I love that. So, if anybody out there has a question for our guest, please put it in the chat, and Lisa will keep an eye on it. Let me see. You were just doing a lot of work in New York. How was that?
It was. So I used to live there. I'm from there technically. But I think my soul is from here, from Charleston anyway. I do not like New York. I just do not heart it. I like to visit and I love to leave. I like to go for like 5 days and then I gotta get up. I miss my trees. Like, and I miss my birds that aren't pigeons. And I miss like the water and like that isn't, suspect. And it's so harsh and it's so aggressive that I sort of tunnel when I'm in New York. I'm there to like, I'm an opera nerd and I'm a theater nerd. I'm a dance nerd. So I like go to my stuff at night. And then in the morning, I'm with my editor and I'm just working really, really hard for like 8 hours a day. And then I go treat myself at night and wake up and do it the next day. Cause I can't absorb New York. I'm too much of an empath. Like if I'm there, I just feel everything. So got to shut it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brenda, you had your hand up. Did you have a question?
Oh, I shot it up right away. I just had to go back just for a moment to that due in 8 weeks comment, and you're about halfway done. What kind of pace is that? That seems
Breakneck.
very fast.
breakneck. Well, it's dirty draft, so it's not. I mean, I have time to edit it, of course. So I'm trying to get my
I love
dirty.
it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get it down on paper, and my editor always tells me you can clean up a mess, but you can't clean up a blank page. So better to just get it out. So I'm trying
I
really
love that.
just yeah,
Words to live by. Words
yeah.
to
So I'm
Yeah.
trying to just barf it out, and for lack of a better way. Like, that's just what it's like. Bleh, like just trying to get it out every day. And I have a 3-page minimum, but really it should be 6 pages, and I try to do 10 a day, and that's how I'll get there. Because I'd rather write more and cut it than not have enough
Yeah.
and just try to pull out of nothing.
I think what is it I heard that I thought made so much sense? Like you can't fix what you haven't written.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And editing is the best. I hate editing, and I also love editing because it gives you such a second chance. Like it's funny, like I'm going through my first novel now to pick up things like details about the characters that I'm writing about, and I see things I want to fix. So like I think moving forward, once it's published, like I don't even want to look at it again. Like I just can't, because I have to give it up, let the world take it.
Nice. I love it.
I
Okay,
do
so
too.
are you getting any questions, Lisa?
We have a lot of comments. They're excited for the sequel.
Yeah.
Welcome, Victoria. Lots of love and excitement that you're here. Love Victoria. Hi,
Oh,
Victoria. What a great surprise, Ron. Yes, that was a great surprise.
I told you.
oh my God.
Yes.
Gotta hand it to Ron.
Ron and I were instant besties. Like I know he said that in the intro, but like it really was like, and it
It
was so
was.
funny. Like when I was visiting you, remember when Thea called me and I was like, "Oh, it's Uncle Ron,"
Yeah.
and like now
Uncle
he's like,
Ron.
"Where's my uncle?" Like,
So I do have a
Victoria.
question from Mary.
sure.
She says, "Did you see any performances, dance, theater, music on your latest trip to New York? And also, do you have a favorite restaurant in New York?" And I think that's for that last one for the restaurant is for everybody.
I do not have a favorite restaurant because I like to go to Chinatown and get pork buns, and I go to whatever smells good. Like I don't pay attention to trends in New York because it changes so much that I'm always afraid to align myself with a restaurant and then have it be totally different the next time I go because
Yeah.
New York changes so quickly. So there are foods that I go to get, but I don't really have like a favorite restaurant. And yes, I'm an opera nerd. So I saw Madame Butterfly and I saw Carmen, when both of them were new performances. And the soprano singing in the Met right now, she made her debut. I believe she's Lithuanian. I could be wrong on that, but she rivals Renee Fleming. It was earth shattering. I was sobbing, but no tears came out. Like I was just like, like everyone was up and the Met like roaring with a standing ovation. It was incredible. And I got to see a ballet, 2 Philip Glass pieces, and then a George Balanchine Jewels.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like,
That's
Wow.
amazing.
I go and I do the standing room, like $25 in the back or $40 in the back, whatever it is. And I like sit there and I just like in my sneaks absorb it. Like I just love it so much. I think opera is one of the most like people don't get it until you
Yeah.
you have to go to the opera.
Go
Like,
to the opera and
you
get
gotta
it. You're
go.
right. You're
Yeah.
right.
And
You
it's
feel it.
and when
You
it and
feel
when
it when you're
yeah, and
there.
like when a good tenor or a good soprano is singing an aria or whatever, it really like this is graphic, but I really feel like she grabbed my spine through my chest and pulled it out. Like it's such a
Wow.
visceral like you connect to this woman's soul and she's singing this terrible like sad song. Anyway, I loved it. I was so privileged to go and I can't wait to go back. Just for the opera.
Well,
Oh, yay.
well, you got me so excited when you sent me the link about that, about the soprano and like the Madame Butterfly. And I'm like, I gotta go, I gotta go. And then,
Wow.
oh, it's ending tomorrow.
I know. Well,
Oh,
so I started stalking her. She has a concert in Vienna and then she's coming back to the Met in the fall, so we'll have to go in the fall.
Okay, it's a deal. I will
Yeah,
it's a
go.
date.
I will go.
date.
I
So,
love an
Ron,
opera.
what's your favorite restaurant in New York, Ron?
You know what? I don't. I'm like Victoria. I keep trying new things all the time, and they keep outdoing each other. But if I had to pick one place, there's this little place. I think it's on 53rd Street, right off of Times Square. It's a little ramen restaurant where you actually have to line up outside.
Yeah.
They come out and they take your order, and you go downstairs into this little thing, and it's just like a little bus terminal. You either sit at the counter or at some of these little tables, and you see what they're making, and it's the most delicious ramen
Those are
I've
the
ever had.
best. All the ethnic food, like the serious, like
Yeah.
we don't have any really good Asian. Well, we're starting to get it now, starting to get some Asian food in Charleston, which is great. But we don't have like that, like the the like no one speaks English, have to point to a picture on a like that kind of thing,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
Indian
yeah.
food
The
or
good stuff.
yeah, like real Chinese food, real Thai food, real Vietnamese food. Like I'm missing that. I go to eat,
Yeah.
but I don't want to spend more than like $50. Like I really eat cheap in New York because that's the best food. It's the stuff that like
Yeah.
they don't speak English. Anyway,
Right.
on my way to the opera. Little high-low.
I like to do one fancy dinner though.
Yeah. What's
When
your favorite
I-
fancy?
well, I don't. Well, we always go to Balthazar. We love Balthazar.
Love
Um,
Balthazar. It's right by my old culinary school. Favorite.
Is it? Oh my God,
Yep.
yeah. But
Yep.
this time we tried another French restaurant. So my husband and I went to New York, and Meg Walker and her husband met us in there. So we decided we were just going to blow it out. And we
Fun.
went to this place called La Grande Boucherie, and it's
Ooh.
like around
Mm.
53rd, and it's just off the theater. Just
Somewhere.
it was
West Side.
incredible.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
I love that. I went to my old restaurant that I used to work at, Bar Balud, which is a Danielle Balud's
Oh.
restaurant, and it's across the street from the opera. So I got to eat there, and it was very schmancy, which was good.
Ooh.
It was a nice old stomping grounds. But you know what? I also actually, if I was to say my favorite restaurant, I think it would be PJ Clark's, which is the old burger place.
I love that place.
I love that place. They have two locations, one on the east side, one in the right by Lincoln Center.
Yep.
And it's my husband and I had our first date there. So
Good.
yeah,
Oh my
they're
God,
open
Very
like super
cool.
late, which is great.
best lobster roll. Oh my
Oh
God.
my God, it's so good. I don't even like lobster, but I love that lobster roll. Yes.
Ouch.
And then their little burger, like so good.
Small.
Now, y'all can see why we're besties.
Food.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see
Foodie.
that.
Oh my God.
Well,
Ron,
I think it'll be a quick answer for
I
me
have
because
I have to tell you
we've only
something.
been once.
Hold on. Wait.
She's got something to show. I'll be quick. I've only been to New York once with Brenda when we went for the Zibby Awards,
Oh,
and I will definitely always go to Sardi's because that's like a
Yes.
staple, and
Yep.
that was
Yep.
amazing.
Sardi's. Yeah.
Done.
Ron recommended.
Super
Yep.
touristy because I don't remember, but there's a really cool Italian restaurant across the street from the theater that played Beetlejuice the musical.
Scarpetta.
Whatever that is my
It's either Carmine's or Scarpetta. Those are the two famous touristy
I think it was
Italian
Oh
Carmine's.
my
restaurants.
God.
I think Carmine's. Are they huge?
Insane.
Yeah.
I think it was Carmine's.
I love Carmine's. So my husband's name is Carmine, so it's delicious. Okay, so this is my
Yay.
new crush. Have you guys seen this cookbook?
Haven't seen the cookbook, but
We
I
have
like
not.
Benny Blanco.
Oh,
and
like
I
Benny
like his
Blanco, too.
girlfriend even more.
Yeah, Selena.
I'm
So
such
okay,
a fan
so
of Selena.
literally, Ron, when I got this today, I was like, I'm gonna put it on the show because if he hasn't seen it, he has to see it. This is the greatest cookbook I've seen in a really long time. I'm just
Awesome.
such a big fan. And every single recipe is curated as like a dinner party. And he was talking about how people get together and how the art of a dinner party is something that is sort of lost on our society now.
Yeah.
Not for me, but for most people. And he has like a playlist that you can listen to, and it's just
I
great.
love it.
It's really great.
Well, that's a
I
good
love
way
it.
to kick off book recommendations.
Yeah,
Victoria came in hot
absolutely.
with a good one.
I got
He
lots
did.
of them. I have
I
lots of
didn't
book
even know
recommendations.
I didn't know he had a cookbook.
Just came out on Tuesday.
Wow.
I saw that it came out, but I
have
haven't seen it. I haven't had my hands on it.
Phenomenal. Like literally every recipe, I'm like, it's good. And I'm
Undone.
picky. As you can imagine, I'm real picky, but I love
I'll
it.
have to check that one out. That sounds good.
I like it. It kind of
Ron,
reminds
do
me
you
of like
wanna-
Chrissy Teigen's cookbooks.
Oh,
You know,
haven't
like they're
seen
funny. Yeah, like they're funny and they're like real food. It's not like stuffy and it's approachable. Like you can do it. And like you almost want to just like pick it up and be like, I'm inviting my friends over now. Like we're gonna have a dinner party.
We're gonna do it. Like
We're
that's
gonna
what
do it.
Molly Baz does. Her cookbooks make me want to have a dinner party.
Love her. Love her
Yeah,
whole
me too.
thing she's doing now because she's pregnant. I love her. I think she's great.
Did you see that titty cookies?
Big titty cookies. Yeah.
Big titty cookie.
Which I can relate.
You know, I
Yeah.
can't, but
Yeah, like
I'm over to I like
Yeah.
I like the concept.
Danny Trejo also has a good cookbook.
Yeah,
And it tells at the beginning, I like it because it tells the different types of pots and pans and the different types of spices,
I
like
love
what they
those.
are
Yeah,
and why they're
Yeah.
used
Yep.
before it even gets to the food and the recipes and the cocktails. So I was like,
Yeah.
ooh, for someone who doesn't cook, I could appreciate it because I'm always like, what the hell is this for? Who needs a fork with four things? And like, what is
Yeah.
this?
Streamline it.
Yeah.
Streamline the equipment. Yeah, I agree. I think Melissa Clark does a really good job of
love her,
I
love
love
her,
her.
love her.
Worship at the altar of Melissa Clark. She has two cookbooks
Yay.
out there. One is called Comfort in an Instant, and the other one is Dinner in an Instant. And those two cookbooks and Tegan, Gerard, who does Half Baked Harvest, super simple. Those are the only
Ooh.
cookbooks. Love and worship. I literally cook through those things like so much that I've had to replace probably each one at least once because they're gross. Like, love them. If you don't cook, get an
Yeah.
Instapot and get those cookbooks, and then you will cook.
And you'll be an expert. You'll be.
Yeah.
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 Well,
I'll be impressed.
I'm now
Got
working for
that one
Library
down.
Journal as a cookbook column. So Victoria, get ready because
So jealous
Oh,
of that job. Like,
I got stuff.
if you need me to help you test recipes, I'm so here for that.
But yeah,
and
well,
Ron's the bartender recipe too. So he's got all the recipes.
Love it. No, one day Ron and I will live next door to each other at some point, and we'll just be
oh my
cooking,
God,
drinking, and writing books.
people
Yeah,
won't be able to stand that, but we're
that's
gonna love it.
That'd be
fine. I don't
awesome.
care about anybody else. I just want to.
Well, we'll let my godmother come along and have some food.
Okay.
All right,
Oh
so
my
what's up?
goodness. I don't even know how to follow that. So
We're just like, this is every conversation I have with, it goes like off the rails every time. We're
Every
talking
time.
about book recommendations. And
Oh yeah,
I do have I have two that are
okay.
not cookbooks. I have David Baldacci's book Calamity of Souls,
Ooh.
which
popular.
just came out, and this is a really interesting book because it is sort of a new take on the To Kill a Mockingbird, sort of, I would say.
Oh,
I also think Virginia is really having a hot moment right now between this Hang the Moon and Demon Copperhead. I think that
right.
it like different time periods, but I spoke to him and I was like, please God, don't give us another effing white savior book. I don't want to listen to that. And he's like, it's not that. And he's a thriller writer. And here he comes in and he writes it like a thriller, even though it's fiction, and it's phenomenal, delicious writing. Love it. And the other one I love that I'm reading and devouring so fast is James, which
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
this is big. This is the story of Huckleberry Finn. Yep. Oh, you got it. Story told by the
See, you're
perspective
See,
of
like
you're
Big
that.
Finn.
taking
No, we're sold.
that's like when
Yeah, that was one of
when
my
Nancy
picks for tonight
Johnson
too.
was on.
Yeah, this is, and then I will say like times 1,000 and always Kristen Hannah's The Women. I mean,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's very popular on the
it's,
page. Like everyone is talking about that.
Everybody's
I,
reading it, but it's
I
so
think it's
We
good.
have a
required
So,
couple
so
reading.
of
good.
Oh, wait, and Demon of Unrest. That's the other one I just started. That's amazing. The Demon of Unrest. And not my typical, because I don't read like nonfiction, and I definitely don't read anything about like Confederate history. Like that's just, it should because it's in my area, but it's like not my thing. But it's amazing. So it's really good. Those are my recommendations, and they're very off brand for me because typically I read like Kristen Hanna, or I read everything by Alice Hoffman, or I read
Yeah, I do.
Anne Patchett. I mean, I love that sort of dreamy, beautiful, delicious fiction. But I've been thrown some things that are outside of my comfort zone, and I'm really
Yeah.
happy that I'm there. Yeah.
Yes. That's awesome.
So we got a couple of things from the chat. Lisette said Stephen Colbert is releasing a cookbook with his wife later this year, and
Evie.
she's super excited about it. The title is "Does This Taste Funny?"
Yeah. So
That's one to look forward to.
Evie and Stephen Colbert were neighbors of mine in Montclair, New Jersey, where I grew up, and then also on
Cool.
Sullivan's Island. So I have like a long history with them, and I'm so
Oh,
excited.
nice.
Yeah.
I'm excited for them. And I
And
have
we
their
have
cookbook to
several.
review for the library.
Woo! Love it.
We have several requests to repeat. Then we'll have Ron will post the names of the cookbooks on the page.
Yeah.
later or tomorrow or another later because we have quite a few there, and we'll do that. Okay, Ron, do you want to do a
Well,
book
I might.
recommendation?
Well, we need to talk about this book called Jane. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, yeah.
What I love about this book, though, on top of what Victoria so eloquently said, is that I think that people are now taking a look at classics and they're pulling out the characters who didn't get the story told that they should have. And
Yes.
this is what's happening in here is that the is what's James. This story is now being told and fleshed out. And it doesn't say anything bad about what happened before, but it's really we get more of his story. And it's just so beautifully written. And
Yes.
this is the same author who wrote I can't remember the name of the book, but it became the movie American Fiction.
Yes. What is the name of
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Erasure. I think it was called Erasure.
I'm looking right now. The trees, telephone, so much blue, ensure. Erasure.
Erasure. Yeah.
I'm not Sydney. Yeah, Poitier or whatever. I can't pronounce that. And then yeah, American Fiction. Oh my God, he and he's a Pulitzer Prize finalist, which I think is great. Unbelievable book.
Yes.
Yeah.
But my other one that I think should be a Pulitzer Prize list coming out same day as Victoria's paperback is What to Leave Behind with my pal Wanda M. Morris.
Oh, I want to read that.
Yay!
Is so good. This
Ron
is
and I just saw her on Saturday and we were very
Good.
excited.
Is she wonderful?
she's amazing and so
Yes.
kind and so grateful and
Oh.
you know like you should be friends because they just
She's
like
so
they don't take
talented.
anything for granted. You don't even neither one does. They don't like feel like this is owed to them or anything. Just like they're so grateful for all of the attention and whatever. But this book, this is her third, and it's about Dina Wood, who actually has had life has kicked her down the lane. Um she has been divorced. Her mom passed away. She lost her job. She got fired from her job in Atlanta, and she's moved back home to Brunswick, Georgia, with her community, which is Gullah Geechee. And she's works for this little known place. Is sort of a lawyer, but not really. And suddenly what she's done is she takes little walks and drives just to kind of like try to help get over her grief of her mom and stuff. And she's at this place one day, and she suddenly somebody pulls a gun on her. I'm not giving anything away, and tells her to get off the land, that they're not selling it to her, and why would they ever send a black woman to try to make this guy sell his land? And she's terrified. She leaves. Come to find out, next day she goes back to try to help him. He's gone. His trailer's gone. Everything's gone, and there's a sign up that it's for sale by this company. So it starts her down this path, trying to figure out what happened. And then a car follows her, and like she gets
Ooh.
embroiled into this whole big mystery. And I'm not going to tell you any more than that. Gotta just get the
Ooh,
book.
That sounds so
June
good.
18th. June
it
18th.
does.
And she's so good. And she not only tells these great thrilling stories about things, she talks a lot about race and culture and things
Yep.
that we need to hear. That we need to
That's
hear. So
that's
Yeah.
what this one, Calamity
yes.
Souls, talks about. And I think it's interesting because it's historical fiction. So it talks about like, the civil rights movement but it literally could be written today and I wouldn't be
Yes.
surprised. Like there's just so many things that go on in that book that living in the South, I can tell you, like I see that kind of stuff happen and it's heartbreaking and it's confusing and it needs to be talked about. And I really like how David doesn't shy away from the cruelty. I think we have to stop like
Right. Face
just
it.
yeah, don't sugarcoat it. It's freaking horrible. Like we need to do something. We need to scare the hell out of me, make people uncomfortable. Otherwise, no one changes.
Right. Yeah. That's how it happens. That's how
Yeah.
it happens. Gotta
Yeah.
do it. Gotta do it. Hey, Lisa, Brenda, what do you got?
Yeah, Brenda, what's
Okay.
up? Give us
Okay,
two.
well, I have kind of a theme for tonight for my two picks. And the genre is what could go wrong.
Ooh,
It's kind of
good
fitting
genre.
for
The
tonight.
first one,
Hmm.
oh, well, I like to read a good like rom-com
yes.
every so often, and I wanted to share this one, Abby Jimenez's new one, Just for the Summer. So good kickoff to the summer too, by the way. Although we've got a
Yeah.
lot of those, but it came out on April 2nd, And I said, what could go wrong? Simply because the novel starts with a guy who, thanks to a Reddit thread, the story of his love life is all over the internet, because every time he dates a woman, that she breaks up with him and then finds their soulmate the minute they break up. So then a woman
So like a
slides in
Good
his
Luck Chuck.
DMs who's having,
Yeah,
pardon?
like that movie Good Luck Chuck, where he like
Yeah.
dates.
Yes,
Yeah,
Yes.
love it.
So a woman slides into his DMs with the same situation, so they concoct a plan like, oh, let's, date each other, and then we'll meet our perfect people. So what could go wrong, right?
Yeah.
Cute.
I
Read
also
it
want
and
to
find
point out
out.
that that's a good pick for our June prompt, which is to read a book with summer in the title.
Ooh,
So that's also good for that, for those interested in reading Abby's book.
yeah.
And
For
of
this.
course,
Summer at the
Oh,
Saints.
that's-
I was
Yes,
gonna
you can
say Mary
also
Kay
read.
Andrews' new book.
yep, we got a couple.
I haven't gotten it yet. I because it's not. I don't think it's out yet, right? Or did it just come
Yeah, it
out?
came out
Just
this week.
came out
Just
This
came
week.
out.
Okay, so
Tuesday.
I haven't gotten it yet. I can't wait to read it. I got to sit on a panel with her right around Halloween of last year, and it was
Yes.
so interesting to see her go from she's handing in her dirty draft to like publication, because like I'm on that schedule as well now where we have to like produce a book so quickly. And it's just it was a masterclass, like hanging out with her.
Yes.
She's the
She's,
best.
like I said, the hardest working woman in publishing.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
would
how
agree.
she
And
does
I
Her and
it.
have to,
Adriana. Her and Adriana, I think, are the
Yeah.
oh
hardest.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I have to
Adri is
say,
amazing.
sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
No, go ahead.
Adrian and I had a panel earlier today because I got to interview her about her. It was so much fun, and I
That's
love
my
seeing
girl.
her.
She's
anytime.
I
awesome.
was with her in New York. We got to have dinner.
Yeah.
She's
Yep. We
yeah,
talked about you.
oh, she's the best.
I have to say, I mean, I finished Summers at the Saint already. I couldn't wait. And Mary Kay's books are always layered, but this one is just layered on top of layered. So
Oh,
It's
cool.
I'm not
it's her
gonna say
best
much more
yet.
about
It's
it.
her best yet.
And we are reading it in
It's
June because it's our book club pick for June.
It
So
should be.
we're already reading that one anyway.
yeah,
That
we'll
wasn't
go
an
ahead and
accident.
plug that right now.
Well, we
And
were
you
going
can
to plug
also
it later, but we
you
might as
can
well.
plug my my paperback My Magnolia Summer.
Yes, that is definitely one to
Yeah.
read for June.
Just tell
And
you
we
what,
share.
it's
I
like
think
the
we
cheap.
shared that one.
It's the
Anissa
cheap
had that
pick
on
because
the
it's a
list.
paperback. You can just throw it in the tote bag and bring her to the beach. And if you'll leave her, it's okay. She's only like however
And
many
love
dollars.
it. The characters in your book are just so amazing and
Oh, thanks.
relatable.
So
And
good.
Thanks.
Well,
Oh,
that's what I'm
shucks.
reading for June.
Yay.
I've been saving that one.
Well, I hope you love it. You got to
Yay.
tell me. You got to tell me how you like it.
I will. I will
Because
for
I hope
sure.
you like it, because I'm writing a second book about the same characters. So if you don't, I'm in
I'm
trouble.
sure
Oh,
I'll
I'm
love
sure.
it. I was
Oh, I'm
going to read
sure.
it. Well, that's a whole nother thing. All right, Brenda, you have a second one for us?
Yeah, I have number 2 in my What Could Go Wrong series
I love
of
that's the series for
recommendations.
tonight.
Well, it just kind of worked out that way. This one is Christina Lauren, who the
Ooh.
writing duo that publishes as Christina Lauren, and it's The Paradise
Yeah.
Problem. And this
Great
is
cover.
another What Could Go Wrong,
Yeah, I love the
because
cover.
the main character, I know, and they kind of go together too. Let me hold them up together.
Yeah, it's a great title.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
this is a story about a kind of a stuffy heir of a grocery store conglomerate who has to, due to an antiquated clause in his grandfather's will, he has to be happily married for 5 years before he can gain his inheritance. So he had dated this kind of funky, free-spirited artist for a while. So they decided, hey, we'll just get married and see how that works out. So what could go wrong?
What could go wrong? Yeah, I love it.
That's so funny.
Sounds good.
Lisa, what are you recommending?
My first book. So I had a little obsession with the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. It's YA. I absolutely loved it. Well, she is back. Holly Jackson is back with a standalone
Ooh.
called The Reappearance of Rachel Price. I'm listened to the audio, and I'm telling you guys, it just sucks me in. It gives me I'm so sucked in. So basically what this is about, it's about a young girl named Belle. Well, she's 18, and her mother disappeared 16 years ago, and she was gone for 16 years. And
Ooh,
everyone just knew she was dead, that they never found the body. She was dead. At one point, they actually arrested her father and accused him of murdering her. And her
Oh,
father went to jail for 7 months. And then they proved him innocent. And she was a baby when her mother was taken. She was in the back seat of the car, and someone took her, and they found her as a baby in the back seat,
Oh my
and the
God.
car was still running until her mother, Rachel Price, reappears after 16 years.
Oh man.
And she's obviously
bum,
changed and changes
bum.
life
Yeah,
for
that's like a
everyone.
mini series. That sounds
Where
really
has
good.
she been? What has she been doing? What happened? Who took her? And when I tell
and
you
that
this book has twists,
Oof.
no matter how many
and that
ideas you
cover.
come up with, you're never going to figure out any of them.
Awesome.
I love
So
a
check it
twist.
out.
I'm not
Love it,
smart
love
enough
it,
to
love
write
it.
twists like that. I'm just not. I like that's not my headspace. But like, I so appreciate thrillers, and I so
Oh,
love murder mysteries, and I love even horrors. Like, it's
yeah.
so cool how people's brains
Hmm.
work. Like, everyone's like, where do you get the inspiration for your characters? I'm like, my freaking living room. I call it fiction, but I'm just talking shit on the page. That's all it is. Like, it's not anything. Like, I
I just
changed the
love
names, but that's it.
I love these because they're YA and they have strong female characters that are
Yeah.
not just driven by, oh, this boy's cute and that boy's cute, or this. Like they're very strong and they're very smart and they're intelligent.
Cool.
And yeah, it kind of gives Veronica Mars vibes in that way.
Ooh, love
Um,
Veronica Mars. God,
yeah, that was
throwback.
my favorite show, my
Love
favorite
it.
TV show of all time. Okay, my second is also a thriller, which is not my I guess I'm thriller chick tonight. It's my
What's up with that?
it's called Spring Harvest
Ooh,
by Rick
Ooh.
Talk Ross. And it's
Hmm.
described as Coachella meets the Vampire Diaries in this absolutely addictive
Add to
supernatural
cart.
thriller
Add to
where
cart.
friends at a rural music festival have to survive a vampire siege.
That's a lot of mix-ins.
Hmm.
It
I'm
sure
here for that.
is.
It's
I
like
heard
Twilight
it is
meets Coachella.
great.
Love it.
Yep, Vampire Diaries meets Coachella.
Love it.
And the party never dies, but you might.
Ooh,
Is that the
That's
tagline?
yeah.
Yep,
I love it.
I love it. And Reg Talk Ross, she's a great writer and it's getting a lot of buzz. I haven't read this one yet. I just got it in the mail yesterday and I cannot wait to
Cool.
dive in. But as a little heads up, this would be a good book to read for our October prompt of the reading challenge, which is Team Vampire, Team Werewolf.
Ooh, I want to be on that challenge.
Yes,
I love
that's
that.
our October reading challenge.
I really want to go back and read Anne Rice's vampire books, like the old school, like late 80s, early
Yes,
90s vampire lore before it ever went to film, like before she really got
yeah,
famous, like before she decided to like go off into now she writes about angels. I want to go in her like dark era and read about her
yeah.
vampires. I like the women
I
she really like put the formation out before
Yeah.
what's her name? Stephanie Myers, is that her name who wrote
Hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
which, by the way, I had this really deep conversation with a bunch of book nerds, which is my favorite kind of people, about
Me too.
YA and
Ours
new
too.
adult. Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. I know I'm in the right place over here. But we were talking about her body of work, and I really love that book, and I forget what it's called because now I'm on the spot, but putting myself on the spot. The one about the aliens that she wrote
The host.
The Host. That was a phenomenal book. And like nobody gave it
Nobody
Yeah.
the
read
credit
it.
it deserved.
It
It's
didn't it didn't get
it's
the
so good.
lights and the glitz and the yeah, a lot of
Yeah,
people
and
say that.
oh my God, like I read it, I reread it recently and I was just like, "Oh my, this is so good." Like all the details are so good and it was so rich and the writing was better, it was tighter. It's like she had evolved as a
Yeah.
writer and somehow it came
Just
out
didn't.
right as the Divergent series and the what is it? Not Mockingjay. Hunger Games came out.
Hunger Games.
And
Yeah.
it sort of
Yeah.
eclipsed her. Yeah, and it shouldn't have because it was so, so good. I think this whole movement in new adult fiction is really interesting. And I think like the whole
Yeah.
ACOTAR and Iron Flame and like
Yeah.
which I devoured. Guilty. My favorite one.
Hey,
There's
no,
nothing-
You're not
yeah.
alone there.
that Rebecca Yarros is having a moment. I'll tell you.
He's having a
And
moment.
I ripped through those books. I mean, I literally Ron, did I tell you what happened to me with Fourth Wing?
No, I don't
So
think so.
I'm on book tour, right? And I'm like driving all over Hell's Half Acre and Kingdom Come by myself. And I'm in in my minivan, like firing up the Chrysler Pacifica. And I hear everywhere on the charts, Fourth Wing, Fourth Wing, Fourth Wing, Fourth Wing. And I'm like, what is this book? That like they can't even keep it in the stores. I go to the store. I'm in bookstores all summer. Nobody has it in stock. I'm like, wait, okay, it can't be that good. If it's that good, okay, I'm gonna get it on audio because like literally it was not in the stores. So I'm listening to it. No one told me how spicy it was gonna be. And I get about chapter 6 in, and I call my husband. I'm like, Carmine, you gotta meet me in Asheville. We're going to the bookstore. You gotta make a conjugal. Almost drove off the road. That book, y'all.
Well,
Woo!
yeah.
I was like, I'm not a smoker, but I'm about to be. I need a cigarette after this. Like, I mean, it was good. And then someone got me into ACOTAR, and well, we all know what happens there. So that's what happened.
Oh my
My
goodness.
second book is full of spice because I'm
Yeah.
infiltrated
You've been inspired. You've been
and
inspired.
inspired.
Classic.
That's
Well,
hysterical.
Victoria, I do want to say you mentioned something when you were talking about Anne Rice. I
Yeah.
did that last year. I reread Interview with a Vampire, and then
Love
I
it.
also reread the first book of The Witches. Oh
Oh,
my gosh, it's
yeah. I'm a witch girl. Like I love all the.
I
I've
know.
read.
Me too.
Oh,
I'm
Oh,
witchy.
do
That's
you?
my
You and Lisa.
I'm a witchy. That's my
Uh-oh.
favorite.
We're besties. So
Yeah.
what? I read The
Oh
Witches.
Sorry,
my
Ron.
gosh. Mayfair. The Mayfair Witches.
Mayfair. Oh my God.
Oh.
Yay. So
I
good.
reread the first one of that, and I reread Interview with a Vampire, and it tracks. She's timeless. The writing is
Love, she's timeless. What is the other book? I'm looking up here to see if I can find it. It's the book. I just got it. It's what is it? Oh God, it's got black pages. The Familiar that just came
Oh.
out, and it's Lee. What's her
I'm
name?
not familiar.
Lee. She wrote Hellbent. That was her book that came out last year, and the other one was The Ninth House. Can't remember her last name. It's B, starts with a B. Anyway, that's my new weird book that I'm very excited about. And I love every witch book out there. Love The Witches, love all Discovery of Witches, love everything
Yep.
by Alice Hoffman. Like,
Yeah.
give it to me. Yep.
Oh,
I like all the witchy stuff. I do too.
Me too. We got to compare notes.
Paige
Yes, I have a
Crutcher.
whole
Don't forget
witchy.
Paige Crutcher.
Oh
Oh, I
yeah.
love
Oh my
Paige.
goodness.
And
No, don't forget
Wayward. Did
Paige
you read
Crutcher.
Wayward? That came out
No,
last year.
I'm saving that one. Everybody's like, you have to
Phenomenal.
read it. Yeah, I've heard that one. It's good.
Really good. I'm
Yeah.
audioing it right now while I do my
I'm gonna
job.
send you a list of witchy books.
Yes, please. Love it.
Woo!
That's
Okay,
Wow.
Brenda, do you want to remind everybody of our upcoming book club discussions and then also announce? We have to announce July, August, and September tonight. You want to just go ahead and knock that out, and then we can keep on.
I will go ahead and knock
chatting it
that
up.
out, but I'm kind of out of breath just from the witchy discussion. But
Well-
for our book club members, just a reminder for the ones we've already announced, as Lisa's holding it up, our book for May 20th is tourist season, and we'll have Brenda Novak on talking about tourist season. And as always, we will be talking spoilers after the first 15 minutes. So join us May 20th for tourist season. And of course, on June 17th, we'll be talking with our wonderful Mary Kay Andrews about Summers at the Saint. And I cannot wait
Santa.
for spoilers on that one.
Ooh,
good.
ooh.
And so this one we haven't announced. It's been under wraps. But our pick for July is July 15th. We will be having the rom-commers with Catherine Center.
Ooh, I love her.
Look at you go.
I have to say, you guys know me. I do not read books in advance. I wait until right before book club so it's fresh in my mind. I read this one already and I loved it. You guys are going to love it. If you haven't read The Bodyguard by Catherine Sinner, I would suggest you don't have to read it before. It's not a sequel, but I would suggest if you want to read something from her, read that one before because there is a character that makes a cameo and that's not spoiler, it's on the jacket cover.
Cute.
Yes.
Very nice.
All right. Moving
All
on
right.
to August.
Moving on to August, we have our very own Christy Woodson Harvey and A Happier Life.
My favorite.
Yay.
I
She and
love
I-
this book.
She and I share an editor
I
now.
can't wait.
I was
Awesome.
I was just hearing about that both of you had the editor.
We're both gallerinas now at Gallery Books. She
So
and
cool.
she's so cool and sophisticated. Like I feel like, and like Carrie, our editor, she's like, "You guys are my North Carolina, South Carolina." I'm like, she's like the blonde put together, and I'm like the ratchet brunette from the dirty South. Like I'm not as cool as her. She is always elegant and put together. Like case in point, the background of I'm in the middle of a move right now. So I got like the U-Haul boxes over here. I'm like, we're gonna get on Facebook, we're gonna do this on this Zoom. Like she would have everything
really-
curated and good.
You really
I'm
are
like
my bestie.
I'm like
The
in my
fact that you
$30
just said
Amazon dress. Like
ratchet,
yeah, I am ratchet. Like I literally wet hair, nothing's ready.
you're literally just that's my friend group. That's our we're we yeah. We're
Yeah,
besties.
witch books and ratchet witch books. That's me. I got my nails done today, y'all. I did that.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. Well, you're winning.
That's all I got.
all right.
You're
Oh my
winning.
goodness.
All right, one more exciting announcement to make because we still do September, and I've got to say I am super, super excited about this one because
Especially
it's
after
Wanda
Ron.
Morris and What You
That's
Leave
the one.
Behind.
Yay!
What?
After Ron's
Monday,
great
September 16th.
description.
What?
Yay!
I know, right?
Ron just teed
So
it right
that
up while he
is
was
our-
talking about it. I was like, hee. You guys just wait.
Yeah.
Everyone's in the chats like, oh, I can't wait to read your book. I can't wait. That sounds so good. We're like, just wait a few minutes.
So, book club members, if you're watching our craziness for the first time tonight, the books we just mentioned, we will be streaming live on our Facebook page for the book club with the author talking about that book for the month.
If
There'll
you
be
can
lots
get
of good
in.
content beforehand as
Right.
well.
If we can
And they
stream
can talk spoilers after the first 15 minutes. That's my
Yeah.
public service announcement.
PSA. Yeah. So we're gonna have a good lineup. And one other thing we need to announce, date-wise, save the date. August
What?
22nd at 7:30 p.m. will be our next happy hour, where we will be doing this and doing more book recommendations. And we'll have another special guest, but will we surprise Ron or will Ron surprise us?
I don't
Ooh,
know. Ron
okay.
did such an excellent
You have
job
to wait.
tonight.
I know
We'll
Ron
figure it
really did a
out.
good job.
Yay!
I don't
Figure
know
it
if you
out.
know, but normally we have a guest and we surprise Ron and make him guess as they're coming on each time. So tonight the tables were turned.
They
Perfect.
were
I love it. I love being the
Perfect.
sneaky guest.
perfect.
We love it too.
I was so happy to be here too, guys. Like, thanks for having me again.
You're amazing. I
Thank
love
for
you. And
Y'all
coming
are amazing.
on.
Let's do
we'll
this,
be
like, every
we'll be
week.
texting. We'll be
Yeah,
Oh,
texting.
that would be fun.
I have a million pictures I have to send you to of Thea. She asked me to send you a million, so there's gonna be.
I'll take every one of them. I love the ballet. Oh my god, the ballet class.
She has a recital coming up, and she has 2 separate numbers she's in. You should
you
probably
gonna-
come to Charleston.
I should be there for that.
First week of June. Yeah.
Okay.
Come to Charleston. I love Charleston.
All
I
of
do
y'all come to
too.
Charleston. We'll do a Friends in Fiction live book club from my living room. Let's do it.
Oh, that would be amazing.
It'll be so
Among the
fun.
Okay, you're on.
boxes.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
cook. It'll
you,
be
you
great.
might.
I will
Me and
drive
Brenda
down.
have a restaurant we love there that had the
Which one?
yummy vegan. Oh gosh, I dream about this place with the curried chickpeas. I'm not even vegan,
Where
but it
is
was
Oh,
like
we've
the
got to
best.
remember what it is so we
The
can
back-
tell her.
The back door, the back basic kitchen.
Basic Kitchen. My husband works for that company, so he's the
Oh
he's
my
the
God.
chef at their other restaurant called the Post House in Mount Pleasant. Oh my God. So the chef who developed that, Robin, she is now the chef at the Post House and Carmen works with her. So yeah, have
Wow.
to come stay at the Post House. There's an inn, cute little rooms upstairs. We can, drink at the bar. We don't have to drive. We'll just go upstairs. It'll be great.
I'm
Hey,
in.
I'm into.
Party time, beach and books.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a book
Witchy,
club.
witchy books.
Yes.
Witchy ratchet
Ratchet
books.
book Ratchet book club.
We're making up new category.
Seriously. Insane.
My new one is what could go wrong.
I
So
love it. It's
ratchet
actually a
books,
really good
I'm all about it.
Yeah. I love that.
That's a good genre. We can actually have a bookshelf of that. Like
Love
in the
it.
bookstore, have different little genres. Have the what could go wrong shelf.
So much could go wrong.
Done. We put a lot of books there too.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
This-
All
tell
right.
us a little bit. Tell us a little bit about your mini tour with Mary Kay this week.
So I had my it was my hashtag runaway with MKA. And I went to her first 4 stops with her. So we went to the launch party in Atlanta and Lisa was there and all the people, authors we were talking about earlier. And it was just phenomenal. It's so amazing to watch the behind the scenes and see how it all gets put together. And they put me to work, I'll tell you that, putting things together.
Flapping books,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Laughing
Oh, I
and
know. We
stuffing
certainly
and
put together
everything.
gift bags
Yeah. And then
and all kinds of stuff.
then we had the Friends in Fiction event with all the whole gang there in Neptune Beach, Florida. So we even had our AV
Fun.
nerd Sean Hettinger there. None of us had ever met in real life. They've been working with him for 4 years. There's been no in real life contact till now.
Oh.
He's amazing. He brought his sister along. We had the best time. We won't tell any stories.
I'm
Keep them
jealous.
secret.
I
know.
I know.
I am
So
too.
when I launch
Yeah.
my hardcover run, you want to come with me?
Yes, you know I will.
Oh my
I'll be
God, we would. I don't know that my new publishing
to-
house, they would be mad
You
at
need
me.
to come to Atlanta. We have a
Hell
big
yeah!
group
I always
here.
come to Atlanta.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, she comes to Atlanta.
Yeah, I go to Atlanta. I have to do my southern states, but the next tour I'm trying to go up to New York and New Jersey because I'm getting some feedback. Yeah,
We
obviously
have
I'm
a
coming.
strong
Clearly I'm going to
book
come.
club group in New York and New Jersey too. They show up and show out too.
Yes,
So
I know. And
I
what
was
is it?
gonna
Rehoboth
say,
Beach in Delaware too is such an amazing group. Like there are so many great indie stores up the East Coast that I would love to take and hit. I'm going to be away from my kids for like 4 weeks hard and then 2 weeks. It's going to be like a 6-week thing, I think, because mommy needs a minute.
Yes, mommy needs a minute.
Mommy needs a minute. And I
You
think
gotta-
Ron and I need to go drink all of the martinis on the East Coast. I think it's research.
are you a dirty
Careful what
martini
you ask
girl?
for.
Are
Yes,
you a dirty martini?
So I am it took me a very long time to realize how to order a martini, but this is the way to do it. Okay. I'm going to give this to you.
Give
It's
me
in
your
my next
order.
book, but you're welcome. It's free. It's free knowledge. So I like a gin martini, straight up, light on the vermouth, dirty, but still a lady, 3 olives.
Love it.
Okay.
And you have to say
that's
dirty, but
nice.
still a lady. Because if you say dirty, then it's swamp water.
See that I'm
Correct.
swamp water. I'm
No.
ratchet swamp water.
Yeah, I
But I'm
learned
vodka.
that.
I ordered the best dirty martini I ever had. I do vodka. Ron and Meg do gin, so I'm with them. I'll do gin, but to me, gin makes you sin.
If I
So.
did vodka, it'd have to be swamp water too, because I have to cover I want to taste
So
the
I
gin.
do vodka, and the best one I ever had, I was like, I want an extra dirty, filthy martini
Filthy.
with vodka. And the waiter said to me, do you want it Miley Cyrus dirty or Britney Spears dirty? And I said, I want Miley Cyrus dirty. When he came back, that was the best martini I ever had, dirty martini I ever
Brittany
had.
would have blacked you
So
out.
now I'm
honey.
like, I want the Miley Cyrus dirty martini. If there's nothing floating in it, it's not dirty enough for me. I want the olive stuff.
I had Parmesan stuffed olives once, and that was so good.
Oh, I bet.
It was better
That
than blue
sounds
cheese because
amazing.
blue cheese gets a little funky. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
we had blue
Parmesan.
cheese with Ron. We had blue cheese.
But Parmesan would be that little saltiness to it. It was awesome. I think I'd love that.
I loved it. I had a
Yeah,
pepper,
that sounds good.
I had a pepperoncini dirty martini when I was in New York and it was disgusting. I was like, please stop trying to reinvent the wheel here. Like, let's just stay with the olive brine. What's going on? Anyway, we need to do obviously some work in the field here. Some field
Yeah,
research.
some field work.
Lots of research needs to be done here. Lots of research.
Yes. It's part of my process. Gin martinis.
Yes. I cannot believe it is 8:50.
Oh,
I know. I can't believe it either.
Time has flown by and we started late. And Victoria, we are so thankful that you came on. You stayed throughout the tech issues.
Of course.
You stayed on with us for the show the whole time. Like,
I was drinking Chardonnay and playing online mahjong. That was good, girls. Like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Meanwhile, we're sweating buckets.
I'm like, it's fine. Ron was like, I see you. Don't worry. It's tech. And like, the bar's open here. It's fine. I'm not worried about it. The bathrooms are clean. I'm fine. You know, like, it's no cover.
Thank you so much. And we did have a quick question in the chat for you. When is your next book coming out? Do you have a pub date for it?
We're arguing right now about the pub date, but it's summer of next year. So next summer. And I think probably late summer. That's the guess. So they have a whole strategy.
Guys.
If it was up to me, it would be Mother's Day because I really want to be published in May because it's not so freaking hot. Also those Mother's Day sales are good. But I might be the summer finale because I am writing this sucker right now. So it took me 7 years to write the first book and I'm trying to publish a book every other year or every year. So we'll see. I have 2 small children under 7 years old, so it's a little insane. And I'm moving.
And our members also want to know where can they get a signed book if they want to purchase a signed book from you, and where can they keep up with your upcoming events and everything, like where they can find you.
Instagram is the best way to keep in touch with me. I'm all over Instagram all the time. I'm trying to get on Facebook, but I keep getting kicked off. TBD. I'm not even political. Girl. I don't even know. And then Buxton Books in Charleston is my my home base store. I always have signed copies there. You can also get signed copies.
I love Buxton Books.
She's my bestie. Her and Adria are like my 2 fairy godmothers. But so those 2, and also the Village Bookseller in Mount Pleasant. Any store in Charleston will have signed copies, but those are my 2 favorite indies, and Blue Bicycle Books as well. Jonathan Sanchez is a doll baby.
Yeah, we went there too.
Yeah, he's got my book signed too. But yeah.
Yep. And they'll be happy to send them out in the mail, so
yes.
Call them up.
Yes.
Call them up.
Or just come meet me in Charleston. We'll get a drink and I'll sign your books, you know?
Okay.
Yes,
there's always that.
Just
Well, thanks again so much, Victoria, for hanging in there with us through our technical issues. And it was just so fun tonight.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, my friend. You know I love you. Besties.
I love you too.
We have lots of planning to do.
Yes, we do.
I'm in.
On the road with you 2.
That's right.
I know. We need to Thelma and Louise it across the country. Me and Ron drinking dirty martinis and reading books.
That I would like to see.
Me too.
Yeah.
Be
that
awesome.
would be fun.
It'd be so freaking fun.
Can't wait.
All right. Then Lisa and I will plan our Charleston weekend getaway too.
Yeah,
we need a girls trip.
Done Charleston 2 years. Well, we met you in Charleston last year. It was brief.
Yeah,
we did.
At
Patty's event, right? Put our selfie up of us. I don't have tech issues. My brain didn't work. But we will come back to Charleston because, like I said, Brenda and I have thought about those. It was for the Zibby, like we had the Zibby retreat, and then it just fell right into the
I just didn't
so we were there that whole time.
You're not allowed to come to Charleston without talking to me because I have to make your reservations. Please let me do that. Like,
okay,
where you're gonna eat.
We will.
Like, yes, and I know everybody there because I'm such a piglet. I eat out. That's like I don't do sports. I eat. So I go out and like the chefs are my friends, and yes, please.
Fine.
My kind of woman.
Heard it here
my kind of friend.
Yeah.
Do the tour.
Eat and drink.
Charleston
and read.
food tour.
Yes.
That's right.
It'd be so fun.
Yeah.
Would love that.
All right.
Well,
and book club members, thank you. Oh, sorry, Lisa, go ahead.
I was just gonna say thank you, everyone. We will post our recommendations and we will post our upcoming book club discussions. We're super excited about it all. Don't forget August 22nd. We'll do this again.
And I'll put some
Or-
bonus. I'll put some bonus recommendations.
Oh,
Yeah,
good. Yes, we didn't
I'll
get
hold
to as
up a
many as.
bonus one.
Oh, yeah. Do I have any bonuses I could add?
I'm just
Yeah,
holding
I do.
mine
Wait,
up.
I have this one.
I'm limited in my mobility here.
Wait,
No,
hold on.
no description, just a
This is-
cover.
This is the one I
Oh,
was
the
talking
familiar.
about.
You were talking about that.
Yes.
And then this one.
Yes. The Paris
Ooh,
novel.
Oh, I love
It's
that cover.
brilliant. It's
Love
brilliant.
it. Everything
It's
she
brilliant.
does.
The Art of Scandal, Regina Black, debut, spicy art, beautiful writing. I mean,
Love
you were a
it.
fan and you're gonna want to smoke if you read this one, Victoria.
I like it. I like it. I'm trying not to
Very
be pregnant
steamy,
again though, so I don't know.
heartwarming.
No more
Yeah,
babies.
this one's a hidden gem. Not a lot of people know
Ooh.
about it yet, but it's already in talks to being it's probably going to be a film or something. I don't
Okay,
know
add
if
to cart.
well, maybe I should just
Adding to
Got
cart.
add this
done.
one here.
Yeah.
And Regina's lovely. She's very smart.
Great.
Okay, we don't want to go because it's so much fun, but we've kept you guys longer.
I know.
So thank you so much. Thanks to our lovely Ron Block and our new bestie, Victoria.
Thank you.
Yay.
Our new Ratchet bestie.
My new
Ah,
ratchet
I told
bestie.
you. I told you. I
I
had a
know
good
we
one.
might
Yep,
have Ron
you
in
told
charge
it.
of the special guest for the next one too. We'll see.
Maybe I'll come back in August. Y'all be like,
Yes.
oh, there's a new one. And it's me
Yeah,
again. And
It's our
Totally. It'll be
co-host.
Victoria again for sure. That
I
it's
Which
love
is
trust.
a
it.
series.
I love it. Series. Yeah. God.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
as
joining
always
us.
for having
Thanks,
me on.
everybody.
I
Take
appreciate
care.
it.
Yes.
Love you
Good
all.
night.
Happy reading.
Love you all. Love you, Ron.
Happy
Love you,
reading.
Victoria.
Victoria.